I've got
Okay.
GLaDOS here for a full face reveal for
Woo!
anybody who's watching.
Make
And
sure
if
to
you're not watching, I get it.
Oh, I see GLaDOS. What a cat.
She is a cat.
Yeah. Ooh, the room's no
But she
longer
doesn't
an
come on
emo
camera
only.
very often.
What an exciting
Hey,
treat
chat.
for the folks who show up early.
I mean, I would agree. That is definitely a cat. It's definitely one of them, yes. She just yowled, which she doesn't normally do. So now she's gone and hidden behind the monitor because that's safe.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got one of my monitors held on with like carpentry clamps. I've got it
The
like
other cat's on the windowsill over there, so she'll come and visit us at some point when she can negotiate the washi tape. Oh, I did a thing with my washi tape.
Oh, what'd you do?
I got new containers for it
Ooh.
that actually work and stack,
Ooh.
so I can just put them all like in a giant. I've realized how much washi tape I do have right now because it's kind of a lot. So
I'm realizing I had your screen flipped over, so let me fix that real quick. There we go.
that's six trays. It's like a bento box for washies, yeah.
Ooh.
Em's Morning Grawley was resubscribed for 2 whole years. Thank you very much indeed. That's really nice of you. But yes, new washi tape, new storage, because I'm in my office.
Woo.
La 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 la.
Okay.
It's not that exciting, but I am in my office.
I am in my office. It's a work in progress.
So's mine. I think mine's probably further along than yours is right now. Did I get an air fryer? I didn't. No.
I have not taken any wallpaper off the walls, unlike you.
No.
So that's
I've
one thing
taken
you're ahead of
wallpaper
me.
off the walls. I've removed and replaced the skirting board. I've caulked. I've painted. I've filled in holes. I've done it. I've put in new floor. I got myself a new rug. Yeah, I put in the. I told you. That was like the first thing I did. I took off the skirting boards and I put in a laminate floor.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Which has underlay underneath it, which the carpet that was in here did not have.
What when you say an underlayer, what is that in the UK?
It's usually underlayer for carpet is usually a foam carpet that protects both the floor and the carpet, and so you're not going on the baseboards.
Yes. Okay, I know what that is for carpet, but you're saying that you had to put one of those in between the floor and the linoleum? That
Not linoleum, laminate.
laminate. Okay.
Do you know what laminate is?
Is laminate flooring like the fake wood?
Yeah.
But you put a foam layer in.
Yes.
Interesting.
Which means it's because one, it's nicer to walk on because it has more give in it, and also it protects the floor because it gives it more flexibility.
Gotcha. I just kind of assumed, I guess, that laminate went directly on the base layer, but I don't know. Okay.
Bad idea because that will destroy the laminate after a while.
Gotcha.
So
I've never installed laminate. I've done hardwood floors and tile floors, but never laminate. So, and I've done carpet. Yeah. So, which we had, I don't think we called it underlayer. We just called it like carpet foam or something.
Which is basically underlayer, yeah.
Yeah,
underlay.
That's why I was kind of curious. Like, what is it?
Yeah, but like I put that under this floor, and the floor depth is now at least 1.5 centimeters thicker than it was. That is another cat. That was another cat. I also got myself a rug, which was washable, which is good because the cats really enjoy it.
Oh, well, that's exciting for them.
They are now, that's like their favorite place to hang out. So But I found all sorts of stuff that I've brought props today.
Really? That's
Yeah,
uncommon for
I brought
Cleo.
you show and tell stuff.
Ooh.
Ooh. How about you, Joe? What are you doing today?
I'm gonna be working on studio organization, because I've only got room for one person in here right now, and I need to have room for multiple people in here by like the 16th, maybe. And
Oh dear.
that seems soon, right? Today's the 12th.
Today's the 12th.
Yeah.
The 19th is next Wednesday, which you're not going to be here
Well,
for.
no, the 19th is next Wednesday. No, I was saying I need room for people by the weekend with the 16th in it, which is like...
Yes, that's why I was saying, like, for a week, it's less than a week.
Yeah, it's less than a week away. So, yeah.
Pretty new here. Who is Joe?
Hi. I'm joining
Joe.
via the phone. Yeah, I'm not the dinosaur.
Yeah, the phone.
Yeah.
Not the dinosaur.
Howdy.
Although we would understand if you were.
Yeah, Cleo and I met through the Super Hostile series of Minecraft maps.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got in a fight.
We did. Yeah, Joe started it.
Mm-hmm.
But literally, Joe started it.
Yeah.
Actually, no, technically not, but it sounds funnier.
Mm-hmm. I was just
yes,
gonna
Joe.
go with it.
Yeah, more health and safety hazards for Joe.
Yay.
Okay. But Cleo finished. No, I think Joe actually won that fight.
I don't want to spoil it for people who want to watch it. Let me go find the YouTube link.
Been about 9 or 10 years now.
Yeah.
You hate ads? Well, fortunately for my subscribers, they don't get ads at all. Because I've made it so that they don't.
Let's see, if I search for ZombieCleo in my own videos, that only 80 results show up. So that narrows it down significantly from the thousands
down to 80 videos.
Yeah, from the thousands of videos that I've made. Here it is. Oh, it's just the one at the bottom, though. It's the one right after a few serious words for ZombieCleo. So get shareable link. So I'm going to post that in your chat, too. That's intentional.
You're valid to post. That is allowed to be posted, Joe.
Yeah, I know. I'm just letting your mods know up front that that's not.
I don't think I've got mods here today. Oh, no. So if you get banned, guys, it's me or the bot. Big fan on YouTube. Only realised you're on Twitch today. Hope you're doing well today. Yeah, I am. I'm here with Joe. Howdy. If you've watched me on YouTube, you probably know who Joe is. Considering we've established he's been around for like 10 years now.
Yep. Starchy says, did Joe move? I'm wiggling right now. Look at me. I'm wiggling. Woo. Next problem. Okay.
That means, Poppy, you don't have to mod. That's fine. That's what my job is. If my mods aren't here, then it's my job to mod. You don't need to.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Okay.
Magnum Indie cheered biddies. Thank you very much indeed. Hearts. See, I can do that because this is my real hands.
I can do that too. Ooh. I was gonna say,
there's also this heart, which is weird, like the little. What the cool kids do.
Is that cool? That I've never seen
that. That's a new. Yeah, like.
Is that? I feel like that's sign language for something. Is that?
No, I think that's just like the kids' version of this.
Yeah, I feel like that's also sign language for something, though.
That's valid, Magnum Indie. Thank you for the last bits. Until next payday, I appreciate it. Yeah. Going through a Sims 4 phase at the moment. Valid. I often do Sims 4 on the channel. Mm-hmm. I first saw those hearts on Korean reality shows, to be honest. I think there is probably some form of osmosis. But yeah, the kids do it, which would make sense because there is a lot of Korean pop music that's popular with the kiddie winkies.
Yeah.
But anyway, show and tell,
Cleo. Woo.
Okay. Like about 3 months ago, I said I had done some mosaic stuff, and if I found it, I would show you.
Okay.
It's incredibly dirty and dusty right now, but this is my mosaic frog thing that I did.
Oh, that is cool.
I said it was cool.
Yeah.
That's my very special thing.
Mm-hmm.
And these are glass, not plastic, just in case you wanted to, in case you were curious.
I was curious
So
what kind of tile it was, or is it like ceramic?
most of the tiles are ceramic.
Mm-hmm.
These bits are basically mosaic tile, but they're glass.
Mm-hmm.
And the dull stuff is ceramic. The shiny stuff is glass. These are beads over here.
Mm-hmm.
And these leaves and stuff are made out of glass. And that's just a bead that's a ladybug.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's very cool.
yeah. But yeah, I said I'd show you that.
Thank you.
Joe's not going to be here next week, though.
No, I'm not going to
Guys,
be here
so
next week. I usually don't stream on United States federal holidays. That's kind of a
kind
thing.
of rule. I
Yeah.
will be here, but I will be repairing my toys that have been broken in transit.
Every time I say I'm not going to be here, I ask Cleo. I'm like, Cleo, do you want me to find a sub? And she's like, no, it's okay. Are you just trying to make less work for me? I thought it would be more interesting for you if you had a surprise guest. Or maybe not a surprise
No, I'm
guest,
just,
but...
I like, I don't like surprise people, Joe. You should
Well,
know that by now.
yeah, it would be somebody you already knew. Because it would be
Yeah,
probably somebody in the Hermitcraft Discord.
yeah, but that always stresses that like not knowing stuff stresses me out, Joe.
Yeah, not knowing if it's going to be Gem or Skiz would be too much for you. That's fair.
I don't like with you. I know what to expect.
Mm-hmm.
Chaos is fine, but
Yeah.
if it's just a random person who I don't know who it is,
Yeah.
that's scary. But next week I'm going to be fixing my toys because they got broken in transit.
Sorry about that. Oh, which is that them there?
Yeah, this is my iBot, and its eyes broke off, and its little armies broke off. This was a solid piece, so I need to repair my iBot. It makes me sad. Oh, choo choo!
Oh,
Got ourselves a hype train.
I got a thing for this. Yay.
Yay! So thank you to oh gosh, like a bunch of people. Pixel Brain, who has resubscribed for 15 months and says hands, yes. Paleo cheered biddies. McLesley has cheered biddies. Megs the musical has resubscribed for 39 months and says good morning everyone. And has cheered 400 biddies as well. Thank you. I appreciate you. And also this also broke in transit. So, granted, most of this is like
that?
plug and play. That is a where is it? This is a giant robot, and I can't remember the name. It's like think like Optimus Prime, but he throws kind of, but he throws nukes.
Is this from
now
Fallout?
most of this? Yeah. But this leg specifically got broken, so I need to fix that, and I need to probably just glue everything in because he's a big old robot.
Well, that's cool.
It's Liberty Prime. Liberty Prime. This is Liberty Prime.
Liberty
and
Prime.
And he has another leg.
Oh, because so similar to Transformers, you're thinking of Optimus Prime. Got it.
That's where my brain was going, yeah. But his leg snapped here, and that needs fixing. And I think I might need to just shave things down. So next week we're going to be fixing my toys. So
yeah,
I do have a little dog meat that works.
Cleo, are you going to be joining us for the World Tour stream tomorrow during meeting time?
Yes, I didn't know we were actually saying it out loud, but sure.
Yeah, we announced that. We said we could, I think.
I'm not saying we couldn't, but like X asked me, and I said I don't know if the details are public.
I've been talking about it. So.
Of course you have.
I'm the one that organized it. Nobody told me not to talk about it.
I mean, like, I didn't know, so I have been...
Yeah. I think it's safe to say you shouldn't promise other hermits will be there if you don't know for sure if they will. Because there's no like, set roster or whatever.
I am indeed planning to join you tomorrow.
Woo.
So.
Okay.
I don't know what else to say. Yeah, that's the thing that I'm intending to happen.
Yeah, do you know what you're going to be showing off?
Well, I figured I would show off the everything.
Mm-hmm. That sounds like a good amount of stuff to show.
I have a decent amount of stuff to show off. I finished off like all the lore stuff in my engineer's house.
Mm-hmm.
I started work on the wizard's tower, and then I've got my giant hole.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
It doesn't sound very much, but it is quite a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
It did take a lot of work, but it doesn't look like much.
Well, the thing is, too, though, when you have, like, a handful of other people walking around and cracking jokes about everything and, like, giving each other neck kisses and whatever, like, you end up, like, losing a lot of time just to random nonsense.
Just to neck kisses.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I've never had that happen. I would like you to know that. I'd like everybody to know that.
I feel like when we had that kind of like mini world tour during the stream day with Jimmy and Martin, I feel like we lost a lot of time to that sort of thing.
That doesn't surprise me like at all. So yeah, no. I don't.
A task says, that's kind of early for World Tour. Aren't those usually season end kind of events? Yeah, we were talking about it at the end of last season, and we were like, we should be visiting each other's stuff every, like, 4 or 5 months like this, not just at the end of the season. Because sometimes there's stuff where it's like, oh, this would have been a great place to do this one thing that I recorded, like, a few weeks ago, and I had no idea it existed, or whatever, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like... Or I would have been hanging out here all the time if I knew where it was. Some people don't even know where people's bases and stuff are, right? So the idea is...
I mean, we don't have so much of that problem right now.
No, we're better this season.
We are all very close. Yeah. So...
But yeah, it's... But yeah, the goal is to try to do something a little different.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about the pig.
Yeah. Fawn Kaleidoscopic says, this is incredibly specific, but the jaunty angle of the Cleo stream window fills me with a lot of nostalgia. Well, fun news, Fawn. That window of Cleo's stream can be rotated 1 degree angular for every $1 that rolls in. So if people want to ruin Fawn's perfect view of Cleo's stream up there, tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat.
My stream is also at a jaunty angle.
Is it on your stream on your
yeah, sort of. No one can define what a jaunty angle is. I can describe any angle as jaunty. Thank you very much.
You can jaunt if you want to.
I can leave my friends behind, Joe, as well.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. So I am not getting a ton done because I was trying to look at what you were working or look at your show and tell stuff. But if you are moving on, yeah, now that you're moving on, I think I'm going to start actually like moving around the room and getting stuff done. Evanetta tips 20 and says, let's ruin it. So we're going to go ahead here into filters. And we are going to rotate Cleo 20 degrees. There's 15, 20.
So my theme is dinosaurs, and I'm feeling that it's probably going to be very plant heavy because I don't have like dinosaur tape.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to find like plant stuff that makes sense, or scaly stuff.
Yeah,
I mean that's scaly.
The big thing is they don't have flowers, and they don't have basically if you need fern tape. Do you have fern tape?
I have lots of fern tape.
Well, then
fern tape, just leaves. Like I have like. Weirdly enough, my favorite color being green
different from frogs.
Means that I. Yes, they are, Joe. This is true. I'm looking for tape that can also like define like I've got like scaly tape.
Yeah, where's my botany textbook? I've got it somewhere. We spent there's no way I'm getting to that. It is under a lot of things, behind a lot of things. But when I say behind a lot of things, it is like directly behind all the wiring for the computer and then under a bunch of heavy stuff. So it's like okay. But yeah, I remember in botany class we spent a long time just kind of talking about like the time period, like evolution of stuff, like trees relatively new, in the big scheme of things. Whereas,
I mean, trees aren't even really a thing. They're not really a thing.
Yeah, but flowering plants and stuff are like super late compared to ferns.
Mm-hmm. I mean, trees is just something that plants do. They're just like thickened stems. So, trees, not really a thing.
Dun, dun, dun.
As anything with a stem, you could probably say, well, technically, that's a tree. Yeah. I have a lot of fern tape and leaf tape.
Yay.
Like, so much.
The Washington Redwoods are some old stems. That would have made a great name for a football team.
The old stems. Mm-hmm. You are probably correct.
Okay, let's see here. Badger writes, trees are just big broccoli.
I mean, yeah. Broccoli, technically a tree. It sounds a bit like there's no such thing. So it's also a thing as like vegetables aren't real. It's also that sort of aspect to it.
Where it's like the taxonomy just is...
I mean, vegetable is a culinary term, but like you can go through vegetables and say, well, technically that's a leaf, that's a seed, that's a berry, because there are classifications for those things.
Meanwhile, Vin Shoken in my Discord chat is live treating, working in a some sort of arboretum right now, listening with one earbud in. Oh, here's a photo of the trees from work. We're putting them in. It's like a bunch of root balls or whatever, all burlapped up and stuff.
I mean, that's basically what like trunks are.
Mm-hmm.
They're just like big old stems.
Yeah. Arborist at your service, says Vin Shoken. Hey, Tracy Sellers, thank you for the 15, who says, which is why you should not eat broccoli. Save the trees. Well, we're going to rotate Cleo another 15 degrees then.
Ooh, I've got like black leaves, black and gold. That would be useful.
Those are Vandy colors.
There's a what?
Vanderbilt colors, the university I attended. Does yours... do schools there have like colors?
No. Oh. I mean, they have logos, which I guess have colors. Technically, mine's red and white.
But like your sports teams... Like,
not really a thing.
Your sports teams don't have colors like that are like the uniforms and it goes on the scarves and all the kit.
Not. I guess. Blazer colors. Why would they wear blazers? What?
Poppy the puppy says mine was completely purple.
Like the fact that you're saying that sports teams wear blazers is
no.
completely
I think they're talking
weird
about schools having like, but whatever.
I think this might be an English
schools have blazers.
School uniforms.
Does anyone in the UK care about?
We didn't have blazers really when I was at school. Sports teams aren't really worshipped as deities in developed countries, unlike the US.
Badger says Arsenal, for example, is red and white. West Ham is blue and claret.
Yeah, but like...
Or it might be claret.
But sports teams in universities? Like...
Well, they would still have to have uniforms, wouldn't they? Like, so that
I mean, I guess so. Like, can you tell that I didn't do sports at uni?
Yeah, I don't know.
I hang out with the hockey girls, but that's about it.
Well, but like, wouldn't they have like...
Of course I hang out with the hockey girls.
If you buy an umbrella from the school gift shop, is it like there's not like two colors that the umbrella would be?
I mean, red and white, I guess.
Is that just how you cartoonishly imagine an umbrella, or is that you actually try?
I mean, I don't know what you want from me, Joe. You're just talking about like sports teams as if I should pay attention to them.
Well, but like, I guess what I'm saying is like everything that the university gift shop would sell would also be in those colors, like umbrellas, ties, shoelaces, all sorts of stuff. Frisbees.
They sold sweaters with the university logo on them, but those were all different colors.
Okay.
Like your school merch.
Yeah, universities have gift shops.
The fact that the school merch is weird.
Is it?
Yeah. Like I say, we had sweatshirts, which like the hockey girls had a lot of school sweatshirts.
Uh-huh.
But in general, no. Just like no. Why do universities have gift shops? We don't. We had the corner shop, but I'm not entirely convinced that was from my school. It's where we got the alcohol from. It feels definitely like your schools and our schools are slightly different.
Mm-hmm.
Because this feels like a reach to me, a bit.
Do you think I'm making this up? Is it that much?
No, I don't think you're making this up. I think
because I'm trying to figure out what I could add that would sound equally outlandish but not be true. But there's enough true things here.
Overgeneralizing is the issue. That's where my brain is.
Okay, well, so I'm saying every American university does this. I'm not saying every English one. I'm asking if English ones do.
No. Yes, no. Absolutely not a thing.
Okay.
I assume, like, granted, I only went to one university. It could be different in other universities.
Ponyowo says, my university sells branded notebooks and stuff. Ponyowo says, my uni sells branded notebooks and stuff, but I don't know about, like, much. I mean, branded notebooks and stuff is merch. That's...
Yeah, but it's like you made it sound like they sell stuff like, well, for example, umbrellas.
Yeah.
And
they sell branded umbrellas, they sell branded frisbees, branded mugs, branded
Okay, so it seems to be like a misunderstanding of scale of this stuff, right? Because we have, like we've just established, shirts and maybe notebooks.
Yeah.
Anything more than that feels like you're making stuff up.
But what I'm saying is, in particular, though, these items would all have the school's colors on them here. But you're saying schools don't have colors in the same way there.
I'm saying, they have logos which have colors which are like they're like corporate brand identities, I guess.
But that doesn't carry through to like stuff that's like carried by the students and their parents and.
Okay, like.
Do you have action figures of your professors?
Oh, absolutely. I'm a geologist.
Okay, well, there we go. Headstanding penguins.
The logos will have colors, yeah, but we don't do like the American sports team stuff.
Yeah. Headstanding Penguin says, in Switzerland, their university had bottles, mugs, writing stuff, umbrellas, t-shirts, and hoodies with small logos on them, but it wasn't usual to buy those. The thing is, branded merch, like hoodies and jackets and things, are, and this is maybe more of a problem here in America, but students who don't want cops to shoot at them for thinking they're trespassing on the university or about to go break into a car or something will often, as prominently as possible, try to wear as much university branded outerwear.
Yeah, no, that's not a thing.
You don't have those same concerns from some of your students that they're going to be racially profiled. So I could see that not being as much but like that sells a lot the and t-shirts.
Racially profiled is like something that we do absolutely have a problem with. But the fear of shooting, no.
Yeah, you just get hit with a what do they call a nightstick over there? That's not the only reason people buy school merch, but it is definitely a reason.
I mean, it's a concerning reason.
Yeah, baton. Yeah.
Baton. Trunction.
Is baton too French?
Baton is too French. Definitely not French.
So tronchon is not too French?
Not if you say it with a British accent.
Truncheon.
Function.
Truncheon junction, what's your function?
Okay, you're saying it in Nashville, so...
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Joe, if I was to have to impersonate you for any reason whatsoever, what are the things that you would suggest that I say?
Oh,
I mean, I've obviously got howdy, y'all. I'm Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee.
What's the context and the
I'm not allowed to tell anyone the context.
Okay, so
I just need to get somebody to go.
If we're gonna okay, so like let's assume that you can't.
It needs to be recognizably for you.
You can't say to people that you're gonna go meet a bunch of children for like a Make-A-Wish thing or something for liability reasons. Let's see, people. What do kids like about me? Yeah.
It was like it's got to be other hermits. So things that you would say that other hermits would recognize about you.
Are other hermits dying children now? Oh no.
No, but
okay.
I'm just saying.
So you have to pretend to be me.
They have to recognize that it's you.
Okay. Well, I think howdy y'all, Joe Hills here is a pretty good opener.
But if I can't say your name, for example,
is this like buzzwords where there's like a few, or taboo where there's like a list of things you can't say?
No, I can't tell you, Joe, because
okay.
It's I just have to have them recognize that it's you and call me out on it.
Okay. So probably something like, howdy y'all, ZombieCleo here. I think you would basically.
Oh, howdy y'all, ZombieCleo here. You got to put in those extra Y's, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that if they haven't noticed it by then, they're not paying attention.
Howdy y'all. I live in a place that has commercialized universities and capitalist sports teams.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe something like I've almost finished my coffee.
I feel like I'm doing Foghorn Leghorn impressions, by the way.
I mean, that's probably the best you're gonna get, though, realistically. Yeah. Let's see. Probably something. I just mix myself a sangria. That's my signature drink. So, but if sangria isn't on the list of banned words, then I can't imagine anybody. I can't imagine Scar mixing a sangria because it's really hard to get Sundrop out west. So let's see, what else do I do? I'm really tired. You could be like, actually, let me go AFK for a minute. I gotta go check on my kid. What else?
That would work, actually.
Yeah. It seems to me like the other hermits who are parents just don't check on their kids. Maybe they're quieter about it, but
maybe they have someone else with them to check on their kids, Joe.
I guess so. Like, I'm not used to that person being reliable, even when there was one, though. So
yeah. So it's not like they don't check on their kids. It's that they have work times and people who check on their children during those work times.
Yeah, apparently. Let's see. Mention playing pinball. Mention that you're reading Moby Dick.
Okay, I feel like if I'm trying to impersonate you, I've got to over-explain everything.
I think some of it has to do with I don't know, kind of maybe in a large. If it depends how many people are going to be around for this. Are you going to be interacting with people, or do you have to monologue?
I have to interact with people,
Okay.
and they have to know who it is, and they have to ask about it.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're the best person that I could imitate because.
Oh, you chose
like,
me. Oh, I thought this was an assignment. Oh.
I mean, it is an assignment, but I also chose you.
Oh. Thank you, Cleo. Yay.
That made you inordinately happy.
It did. I am very excited about this now. I was like, oh, okay.
Of course I chose you. Who else was I going to pretend to be?
XP Crafted, obviously.
Okay, I don't...
Welcome to Hermitcraft Season 10, The Ocho.
It was a case of, like, I was trying to pick people, and it was between you and Ren, to be honest.
Oh yeah, Ren's really distinctive. Oh, hey,
I mean,
guys.
there are people in this group that are really building distinctive.
A spaceship. You know who else builds spaceships? Other South Africans. So I guess that is something you could link to him. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Okay.
Move your head up and down like Joe's puppet talks. Thank you, Canada Russia, for the tip. Don't.
Oh, yeah, that actually is a good point.
Don't ever apologize for money.
Move the mouse up and down when you're talking.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, you could call back to your days as the women's hockey coach. Be like, ladies, get in line.
I don't think I was coaching the women's hockey. I'm going to be honest. I just hung around with them.
Well, I was trying to imagine somebody who would actually get to tell them to line up. So.
No. I went drinking with them. It's all like what I'm saying. Explain to someone you're doing a thing on your stream where you lower your Cleopacity on donation milestones.
Cleopacity isn't bad.
It's not bad.
Oh boy. Have you had to... Wait, that might be NDA. Never mind. I'll talk to you about it later. Different topic.
Okay, different topic.
Yeah.
I mean, valid.
I mean, we can keep talking about the impersonation thing. I do like that Asuma actually acknowledged when I suggested that we cancel the July 4th meeting because that's on a Thursday. Because let's see, meeting agenda. I wrote, I suggest we not hold a meeting on July 4th, 2024, as it coincides with the British parliamentary election. And Asuma responds, and that Will Smith movie too.
It's a very X statement. I also agree. You should let the British hermits, because there are a lot of us, go out and vote. Because this time I'm 90% certain we're kicking out the Tories. So.
But you want to be 100%. Get out there.
I definitely want to get out there and vote, and also, I mean, to be fair, where I'm currently is a fairly, like, I don't think anyone here has voted Conservative in ever.
Not up in Scotland, no.
No. Well known for, like, not being a fan of
no.
Blimmin' Tories. But also, I will be staying up and I will be watching the votes roll in. Because I remember when Labour last won in, like, 97. You it was like the topic of conversation. Did you stay up for XYZ?
Yeah.
You couldn't leave the TV because every time you did, there was another one going.
Yeah. Do you have a place you go for that? Because, like, we used to go to
BBC.
Oh, no. I mean, like, communally. Like, because before my coworker sold her and her husband's pub, everybody would go to their pub for, like, election nights and debates and political like results. Like,
No, not really. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you could like sometimes you could go to the pub,
Mm-hmm.
but people in the pub are not necessarily like
Well, in this case, it was
places.
because the owners cared deeply about politics, and so people who worked in politics or also cared about politics would go there because they knew that all that, like, the results would be on the TV. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, like
So it's not just like
no,
any pub, but like there, like in a city this size, there'd be at least a few.
I understand. There's not really a place that you would go, but
Mm-hmm.
like I can foresee that it happens at some points.
Gotcha.
So you know,
Um.
but I do remember. I mean, I was 17
Mm-hmm.
the when the last time the Tories got ousted.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I do remember just talking about it at college the next day, and it was just like, when did you stay? How long did you stay up for? Was
Mm-hmm.
very much a topic of conversation. So I will definitely be.
Oh
I
yeah.
will definitely be staying up for this one.
Well, yeah. When I was in university, we would all like hang out in the TV lounge of the dorm as well. Yeah.
Mm.
Um, Badger says most first counts start showing up at like 11 p.m. You can visit the counting offices though. Really? You can just go watch them count? That's kind of neat.
Mm?
I don't know what that means. You can visit the counting offices.
I mean, yeah, like they're pretty open.
Hannah Prosser says pubs usually have a rule: no religion or politics. Oh, okay.
A lot of them do, yeah. I'm not going to
Interesting.
say for everyone, but yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but somebody else. I wish I knew what Cleo is voting for, but I haven't said. I've just said not Tories.
Yeah.
Like
Voting against the
I also,
Tories.
I also, I voting for not Tory.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I used to be fairly strong Labour, but ever since they got how do I put this nicely? Starmified. Um, I, I kind of don't anymore. Um,
Starmified. Is that Keir Starmer or something?
mm-hmm.
I feel
Yep.
like I feel like I would
Basically,
have
he
been.
took hold of the party and kicked out all the left wing people.
Yeah, I feel like I would have gone like ever since they were pierced to the heart or something, rather than
Of course, you
Starmified.
would.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Badger writes, Starmer's the worst leader they've ever had. He's just a Tory.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I used to vote. I mean, I would vote. How do I put this?
Labor
I would
doesn't
vote
care what you
Labour
think at all.
over. No.
I'm sure that's on bumper stickers over there. Do you have
Well,
bumper
they
stickers?
don't because he's just not really.
Okay.
Sometimes yes, but not really.
You do
Is
have
the thing.
bumpers, like your cars like aren't manufactured that differently. I think I've seen them on Sherlock. But you just don't put stickers on them.
Not really. No.
Okay.
Knowing it's Tory, Tory. That's Conservatives.
Dun, dun, dun.
Starmer is basically a Tory.
Dun, dun.
He took control and then ousted all the left wing people from the left wing party. So, not
Yeah.
my favorite person.
Yeah.
However, at a certain point, you have to pick your battles,
Mm-hmm.
and getting the Tories out of the government. Although I still don't think I'm voting for Labour.
Well, I mean, doesn't
I don't.
Scotland don't you have good local SNP candidates to consider too? Which you might not have
Yes,
had SNP candidates running where you used to live.
I did not, in fact, have SNP running where I used to live. No.
So might be worth looking into, as well as.
Oh, I've already I know who I'm voting for.
Oh
I'm just
well,
not telling
okay.
anyone.
No, that's fair. I'm just saying you have more options there possibly than you might have down in England.
Yes, I've got more options than I used to have.
Yeah.
Cleo is voting for Reform UK.
I don't know who that is.
I don't. Those are the ultra right wing party.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't think I will be. No. Oh, sorry. I don't know how to take that one, Blue. It's a case of focus of just getting the Tories out or sticking to your values. It's a difficult election for people that have values.
Mm-hmm.
So, but fortunately, I live in Scotland now, so I can choose to vote how I want.
Yay.
And it'll be fine. To be fair, I was in a pretty high Labour seat anyway, where I used to live. So.
Okay. We are 45 minutes into the stream, and I haven't opened a single box yet.
You haven't done a single thing.
The only thing I've moved is this coffee mug up and down. And I picked up the whistle one time.
And now it's time for us to leave. Why did I move to Scotland? Multiple reasons. Mm-hmm. One, their human rights record is better. Mm-hmm. Two, if they do, if devolution goes through, I will be able to get a European Union entrance again.
Woo!
What else? Housing is cheaper. People are nicer. It's cooler, so we don't get as much as the massively hot weather in the summer.
Yay!
I always wanted to go to Scotland. I was trying to go to a Scottish university, but I listened to my parents.
Don't listen to your parents about universities.
I know. I know that now.
I'm
they
saying that for the benefit of everybody out there who's watching this with their kids, so they can be like, you know what? I don't like that Joe Hills very much after all. Let me turn this off.
Yeah, my parents wanted me to be closer. I don't know why, because I visited like 3 times when I went to university. And Scotland is just lovely.
Trains. It's not that far away. Like, they could have come and see you. Okay. I'm realizing I don't
My parents aren't really interested in coming and seeing anyone.
Gotcha.
They just want me to be closer so I could go and see them.
Not sure I love that.
I wasn't a fan. Why do you think I wanted to go to Scotland?
Yeah. Okay. I'm kind of just looking around, and it's like
I can hear that. I can hear that, Joe.
Yeah, it's deep thought time about what I want to do. Carsolum writes, I listen to my mom far too much.
Same.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I was definitely sold on visions of how things were going to be and not what they were. And I could have gone to several different universities. Fortunately, like I went to my university for psychology and criminology.
Yeah.
And then I passed that year and I said, I don't want to do this anymore. And I got to go to geology. I just happened to luck into being in one of the best universities for a geology degree in the country because I was in an old coal mining area.
Did that impact your likelihood to switch to geology? Like, you were like, well, since I'm already at a school that has a really good geology program, let me look.
No, when I was at sixth form, I did a geology A level, and I enjoyed that. I was just worried about jobs. So that's why I went for Crimpsyche. But shockingly enough, not for me. Not for me.
Criminal psychology, not for ZombieCleo. Oh, you should be a profiler for B-Dubs' Tall Claims Court.
Maybe I should.
Ponyolo says, I'm close to the end of a math degree and low-key wishing I'd taken something else. Well, I mean, fortunately, there's a lot of things that need complex math. So hopefully you can, find something math adjacent, but not necessarily in, the part that you don't like. I don't know.
My problem with when I change degrees is I'm going to be showing my age here to all the people, particularly in the UK. My first year, I got a bursary to go to university, which means they paid me money to go to university. The second year of university, because I changed courses and they just brought in tuition fees, I had to pay tuition fees for the next 3 years of my second degree.
So at that point, you might as well have gone to Scotland if you're going to be paying for it. It's not like you're saving all this money by staying close.
No.
Yeah, okay.
But I would have got a bursary anyway. If I'd stayed doing Psych and Crim, I would have continued with a bursary. So, did you do a specialization with geology? I did applied geology, which is all about physics and chemistry within geology. Like it's resources and environmental stuff. Didn't do as much about dinosaurs as I wanted to. Right?
Isn't that archaeology?
No.
No? Paleontology, maybe. I'm
Paleontology, yes, but it's considered part of the geology subset. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Because of the rocks.
Oh. Interesting. Yeah. I don't really look for dinosaur bones. That's not really in my workflow, so I'm not up with that.
I mean, most people shouldn't be looking for dinosaurs' bones. They're difficult. You can find fossils pretty much anywhere there's like a sandstone, though. In fact, a lot of sandstone is fossils. Limestone is good for fossils. Limestone is probably the best one for fossils. I don't know where it is. I do have like a Neolithic limestone with a pink fossil in it, like a white limestone with a pink fossil, which I found whilst I was doing stuff. I don't know where that is. Yeah, if I find that, I will come and show you. I will show you on stream.
Woo.
South coast of England has loads. South coast of England was under the sea for a very long time.
Yeah. Okay, I think I need to go and get some tools and also refresh my drink. So, Cleo, can you stall for me, and I will be right back?
Oh, okay. Sure.
Back.
Bye. Pretty sure 90% of what I do here is stall anyway. Tennessee is like 99% limestone. Probably. I don't know a lot about American geology. All these super smart people know we're all the stupid people that went and got crippling debt. Yay, crippling debt. Moneko has cheered biddies. Thank you very much. Strabo resubscribed for 36 months. Says a resub on this craft stream, more likely than you'd think. But yeah, no, like England is really good for geology because it's such a small place, but so many things. It's been like at the forefront of a lot of geological events. So we have like examples of like most stuff that people can go and look at. Yeah, lots of fossils found basically everywhere. So long as it's not like igneous rock, or metamorphic. Like even in some metamorphic rock, you can find some trace like fossils and stuff. So it's not too bad. I mean, crippling debt. I mean, I am finally out of university debt. So I fortunately, like when I became a teacher, they were doing if you were in one of the shortest subjects, they made a deal that if you taught science for 10 years, they would pay off 10% of your student loan, including the one you took to get the PGCE. They would pay it off 10% at a time. So after all, they'd pay off 100% of your student loan debt. I got 90% of my student loan debt paid off. 10 years, 10% every year. So they would pay it off completely. I got 90% paid off because I taught for 9 years as a science teacher. So it was very good. They stopped doing that and then said, why are we suddenly having problems finding teachers? I don't know. It's a mystery. It like shortest subjects teachers are really difficult to find. I was surprised at how close to bedrock most of Nashville is. They need to blast it with dynamite to install basements. Yeah, that's why a lot of the UK doesn't have basements. Like, also, a lot of the place where it is possible to have placements, like in Nottingham, they can't do basements because of the water table. Because putting in a basement would eat into the water table. So it would destroy like the aquifer because Nottingham is mostly sandstone. It's almost as if perks like that make it possible for more people to become teachers and make the job more attractive. Greyish milk, you would be surprised, I think, that is entirely accurate. I wouldn't have been able to do it if I didn't. If they didn't do that. Let's see if I can draw like a cute dinosaur here. And by cute, I mean inaccurate. Ooh. I think I can draw a cute dinosaur. I'm just not sure how I'm going to draw the legs. I mean, that counts, right? Sure. It'll be over here, wouldn't it? There we go. There we go. Cute dinosaur. Yay. Not surprised as a uni student originally wanted. Honestly, teaching is a lot of fun. The only problem is the teachers and the parents. So, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Joe.
Hi, I'm back. Woo.
I saw.
Yay. And I found my knife, so I can actually, like, open boxes properly. Yay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I really feel like I'm at the point where I shouldn't have any boxes that are not opened. And
that sounds ominous, but okay.
well, like, I feel like there was a certain point where it was like, okay, well, just get the stuff over there, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm looking around this room and I can see at least like 6 boxes that are still taped closed that I cannot get within
Blaze.
7 or 8 feet of. Like, there's just like this whole yeah, let me move the camera. There's just this whole back corner of what did I knock over? That's fine. That whole back corner over there I can't get to without opening the garage door, which I'm not going to do during the stream.
Yeah, you need to solve that problem, yes.
But like, yeah, there's no walkable space here. So, and I think I can get enough room to get like 2 chairs in here because I'm going to have Don't Panic Flip and his girlfriend Jay-Z over in like 3 to 4 days. And I'm not sure if we're going to stream together or not, but if we do, it would be nice to have seating for both of them. Instead of just being like, you guys can just kind of, crouch over here near the chair. I mean, they are pinball streamers, so they're used to standing for extended periods of time. I could just tilt the camera up more. Oh, it doesn't go that high. Really? It's not great. Can I tilt the monitor? No, that monitor does not tilt that way.
That monitor says no.
That is not... It's like I can feel the screen flexing. That's not good. Okay, we're gonna leave that be. But yeah, so, boxes. Let's go. I really need to find my second webcam, too. That's killing me on these craft streams, because I need the camera that I point at the table. And I have no idea where it went.
Cold Dawn has resubscribed for 32 months. Thank you very much. Like, is it bad that I want to use this asteroid tape for the dinosaurs?
I mean, it is on theme. It's a little morbid. I can't imagine ZombieCleo being a little morbid, though.
I mean, it's more likely than you'd think, Joe. I'm not going to lie to you.
Poppy the Puppy says, do you have a first aid kit unboxed? The box with all the Band-Aids in it is actually, like, the first thing that I opened this stream. I'm like, oh, that's where all those are. So, I have moved that around the corner to make more room to work in here, but I know exactly where it is. We're good.
Right. So I've got, that's Comet tape. Do I have anything in the special washi tape box that's more fire? I do. Okay. Okay. Making me want to journal too. That's not a lot of tape. That's just one box of tape. This is a lot of tape.
Yeah, I feel like I need to start, like, categorizing cables by type. And just, like, have
color-coded they
just
are.
have, like, one drawer for HDMI cables, one drawer for Ethernet cables, like, instead of just random boxes with a bunch of random cables.
I mean, I could keep going with the green tapes, like with the leafy tapes.
Green tapes. I like the leafy tapes. They're fun.
Okay, we'll save the apocalypse for the end of the journal.
Yay. I mean, thematically, it makes sense to have dinosaurs from the different periods as you progress through the month.
Oh, I don't want to look that up. Okay. I don't want to look that up.
And then at the end, have the asteroid. Okay.
I guess. Okay.
So this is audio
ruler with
and
this.
USB.
Joe rearranging his entire life.
I'm just gonna put all the cables in one drawer for right now, and then sort them later. Because, like, right now the problem is I've got multiple boxes with, like, 2 cables each. Like, with a bunch of other random stuff. And it's like, that's not getting me anywhere.
No. At what point do we think this is a washi tape problem? It's not a washi tape problem, it's a washi tape solution.
It's a washi tape opportunity.
Great cable management. What cable management? Are you talking about Joe's cable management?
Yeah, it's just me throwing cables in a box full of cables.
Hey, you know what? You could do with...
What?
One of these!
I'm waiting to see it because it's a 15-second delay. Oh, is that a label maker?
That's my label maker.
Nice.
It makes labels that look like, and I've got the label on the inside so it doesn't go missing.
I've actually
a
thought
label
about
maker like that.
getting one of those for the light switches in here, because the switches for the different like hallway lights and fans and like
this is how I use my label
intuitive.
maker.
What do you use?
This is my headphone cable, for example, and I just print it out twice.
And then stick it to itself.
And stick it to itself, wrap it around the cord so I know what all my cables are for.
Nice.
Okay, so this was not that expensive. I think it was like 20 quid, which is quite expensive, but like for the amount of time I use it.
Well, if anybody wants to send me 20 quid, tips are welcome via paypal.me/Joe Hills and YouTube Super Chat.
You might be able to get a label maker. This was invaluable when I moved because I knew what was in, like, these bags. Like other Ziploc bags are available, but these bags with labels inside, like all my electronics were in one of these bags. Like my microphone was in one of these bags. This camera was in one of these bags, and it had the label on the inside of the bag so it wouldn't fall off. So, you know,
that's smart.
Can never handle the responsibility of a label maker. Nothing would escape the labeling. I don't actually think that's a bad. I mean, I could label my washi tape trays if you want, because that's something that I'm. Because that's something now that I have to do because I've thought about it.
Yeah. Jen K says, I have a literal plastic tote, 2 gallons in size, that houses all my excess cord and electronics. Ferret Terrier says, my mom had a label maker when she was a teacher to label all the drawers in her classroom. Well, that's the thing, is, like, if I'm going to be having other people in the house who are going to be possibly needing to, like, find cables and stuff, like, because my daughter in the past wouldn't necessarily need to find cables, but like as she's going to be, you know, learning more about electronics and helping me with stuff, like having different things labeled so I can say, get me this, it's in the drawer,
it's in
that. Yeah.
$26. I'm soaking with my double-sided taped paper. Valid. Yeah. That is entirely valid.
So one thing I found is a bunch of my, what do you call these?
I have not labeled my label maker.
My foam, acoustic foam. So usually I put these in the back of the bookshelves. So like the books themselves have some acoustic baffling, but then there's also like the foam trap in the back. So that's gonna...
Yeah.
So yeah, I've got like, how many of these panels here? 6.
I'm gonna stop playing with it now.
7, 8, 9, 10. I've got at least like 12 or so of these panels now, which part of me is like,
where are they gonna go?
Well, some of them are gonna go in the back of these shelves. Like I'm just gonna rust them against the wall there. But that means I have to pull everything out. But none of that stuff is organized either. No. And so, it's fine. I've got to go through that all anyway.
I wouldn't suggest getting a label maker unless you're already like a reasonably organized person.
Well, I'm trying to get more organized.
I mean, like the masking tape with pen works as well.
Yeah, that's fair. I should probably just do that, actually.
I mean, this makes me feel
if anybody wants to tip enough for me to buy a roll of masking tape, I don't know where mine is. You know what? So tips are welcome via paypal.me/Joe Hills and YouTube Super Chat. Badger Spanner says, just print labels with your printer. Yeah, that's true. If anybody wants to send me money to buy label paper for the printer, we have a really nice laser printer.
I mean, you can print stuff out and stick them on with sellotape, Joe.
I don't know where the sellotape is. If anybody wants
to... If you're not already a label person, don't buy a label maker until you're a label person.
Okay.
So what color is it? I could put sub labels on these things. I probably am not going to keep that on there because the others don't have it on there. Or I could just put it on the other. I know what's in those trays. Nothing else is in those trays. It's fine. It's fine.
Have a good phone call, Lady Vaporeon. Let's see, that's going upstairs.
You're all right, Joe.
I'm trying not to feel overwhelmed. But
and that's not working, is it, Joe?
I'm feeling a little overwhelmed. But, like, this is why I'm doing this on stream with you, because then I will maintain some momentum, at least. Mm-hmm. You know?
Valid. Talking about labels during Pride. I mean, I label myself. I'm like, labeling is fine.
Oh.
You shouldn't label other people's, but labeling yourself is fine.
Yeah. Apparently I've been scheduled for a hair appointment. No, wait, I've been unscheduled. It says deleted from the Joe and Badger shared calendar. Maybe Badger canceled a hair appointment. Okay. I get all sorts of alerts over here. Ink Curious tips 20 and says for the label maker /tape/label paper fund. Woo! Thank you very much, Ink Curious. We're gonna rotate Cleo's camera another 20 degrees here. Do. Yay!
Yay! I'm rotating.
Ooh.
Rotating. What a world. What a world.
Badger says, I moved it to my own calendar. Our shared one was the default for some reason. Fair enough.
Okay. I mean, that seems legit.
Yeah, okay. I'm trying to figure out how much further I can go, like...
If you get a label maker before you get organized, you're just going to have a box labeled stuff.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, part of this, though, is to start labeling the drawers and stuff that I'm going to be putting stuff into, or totes.
Start with stickers. Start with stickers, or start with... I mean, if you have any washi tape, and why wouldn't you have washi tape?
I actually have no washi tape. But
I'm shocked. That's not a thing that exists. No washi tape.
Thank you to Personal Zombie who tips 5, who says Chaloho tape fund. I believe it's called Scotch tape here in the US. And we're gonna bring Cleo rotated around to 60 degrees. D. Thank you very much, Personal Zombie, for that. Yep, we do call it Scotch tape here. Which is funny, because you're in Scotland, and you don't call it that.
What do you call Scotch tape? Washi tape?
No. What you call cello tape, we call Scotch tape.
Oh, okay.
It's got, like, a tartan on the container and stuff, on the packaging.
Oh, I've seen that brand, yeah.
Yeah.
But Sellotape got there first, rather than the Scotch brand, so... That's why it's called Sellotape.
Gotcha.
Scotch is a brand name. So is Sellotape. You're overwhelmed. Do one box.
Yeah, no.
Pick out a box. Finish that.
I know. I'm trying to figure out where I need to put the stuff that's directly in front of me so I have space to work. Is kind of. So I'm like, until so I've got all
under the table. Like, are you going to find a place for it? Put it under the table so you've got a place to work.
Yeah, I'm not using.
You're not using the underside of the table right now.
I'm not using the underside of the table right now, and this foam is light enough I can pick it up easily. It's not a huge, like, I gotta bend down. Okay, so now I have the... When I say a workspace, like, I have this chair. I can unbox stuff in this chair.
Yes.
Okay.
What if I label you as awesome and Joe as funny? Are you saying that Joe isn't awesome and I'm not funny?
I think that's exactly what they're saying, and any other reading of this would be uncharitable. Uncharitable, huh? See, because I got.
I mean, it's Blaze. We're allowed to be uncharitable to Blaze.
Hey, Tracy, thank you for tipping 15. It says nearly 1 a.m., so I'm off to bed. Thank you for keeping me entertained. Here's my contribution to the label fund. Woo! Bringing us up to 75 degrees angular for ZombieCleo's little rotating thing there. Do. Appreciate it. Which Twitchy Crafter says Australians just call it sticky tape. Ah.
I mean, we call it sticky tape as well. It really just depends on where we are or what we're saying.
That's fair. Okay, let's go see what's in this box. I really want to find that other webcam, and it's...
Ironically, I think Cleo is the straight man in your comedy dynamic. I mean, that's incredibly offensive, Blaze, and I am upset.
Yeah.
I'm never going to be anyone's straight man. Both of those things are wrong.
There's not a great place to put this bass guitar.
Yeah. Did anyone ever get sticky back plastic like on Blue Peter? I mean, yeah, I've used sticky back plastic.
Sticky back plastic. Sticky back plastic.
I mean, that was an icon of a generation. That was.
I don't know what you're talking about, Cam. Whoa! Note to self: don't put soda directly in front of armrest and then kick chair forward. Not wise. Okay, here we go.
Oh, yeah, that's the question for a generation. Did you ever build Tracy Island?
What's Tracy Island?
Tracy Island was... Do you know what Thunderbirds is?
I think they made a pinball game of it. It's like marionettes.
Yeah, it's like a 60s/70s marionette puppet show that for some reason, inexplicably, in the 90s came back.
Huh.
And the children's TV show Blue Peter, there was a toy that was Tracy Island, which is where all the marionettes lived. And they made a paper mache Tracy Island over several weeks. And it became like one of those zeitgeisty kind of things where everybody was just sort of like, I built Tracy Island. Did it look as good as the one on TV? Absolutely not.
No.
But I did it.
Well, I found my Castle Hohenzollern model, which I have nowhere to put right now. So it's going up here on top of the telly. I can't reach that. So
it was so expensive as a proper toy, but it also turned out the homemade one with the things they used was more expensive. Right?
Yeah, homemade isn't always cheaper if you're doing it with good materials. Like, sometimes you do something...
Anyone was doing it with good materials, though.
Oh, well, I don't know.
It was something that you're supposed to be able to make as a child.
Oh.
It was so bizarre.
Avi tips 10 and says, starting the Chroma Green washi tape fund. Thank you very much, Avi. That's going to bring us up to 85 degrees angular.
Oh, I believe I've got Chroma Green. Chroma Green washi tape.
Welcome, Rex. Pepper Basenji asks, is the garage studio left the boxes to be emptied? No! I did just build 2 more shelves in the living room yesterday. So I'm like, the problem is I have to create the spaces to unpack things into. As I go, kind of.
It makes you feel better, Joe. I'm still unpacking boxes.
Yeah, I know. But you're also not having guests to, like, stream in your studio.
This is true.
Like, I do have
But
it's
I
not
did
just
move in October.
yeah, but I'm just saying it's not like I'm just like, oh, I'm neurotic about there being boxes everywhere. It's like I'm unhappy that one of the chairs that my guests are gonna sit in currently is in this mess of stuff over here, and I need to get it. Or actually, I guess we might just bring a chair from the dining room table, whatever.
I mean, it was just me being nice to you, Joe.
Okay.
Just as like you know, that's a thing that exists. Me still not being unpacked.
Thank you, Cleo. I appreciate
I realize me being nice to you is probably that rare.
It's fine. I appreciate the sentiment. Okay.
Good, because you're not getting another one. God.
Yeah, especially not after the way I treated you that time.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Clothes hamper. Okay.
Day/tomorrow is Pearl's birthday.
Is that because of
Good to know.
Australian time or something? We don't know which day it is for real.
Like, I'll be honest, I don't think Australians know what day it is for real.
Well, I mean, it's so remote, you know, how could they? Because, like, by the time the ship gets there with the latest calendar, it might be out of date. Okay.
And planes don't exist.
No. Hey, NJ, you did make it. Ooh.
Sure what it is, but you did do it. You did make it.
Like attending the stream, I think.
Yes, Joe.
Oh, okay. You knew that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I don't know.
I think it's Australia. It's January the 8th, 1872. Sure, Dinosaur says, confirmed, I'm Australian. Haven't seen the calendar since, well, that's kind of the problem.
Yeah, it's really hard without, like, proper stuff to keep up.
One day you'll be part of the real world, Australia. One day.
Uh-oh. That's fine.
I assumed it was because I didn't hear screaming. It's usually my benchmark for when I deal with small children. And Joe.
It's not great. Yeah, the shower curtain thing I was using to hold up the green screen is like a plastic shower curtain ring. Totally just snapped. So, more wire. Yeah. Yay.
There's not many problems that can't be solved with more wire, I'm learning.
No. Especially not around here. Do I need to raise my voice much for you to be able to hear me?
No, what you've got there is perfectly fine.
Okay, great.
Pearl was talking about getting a foot warmer as Aussies are entering winter. I would love to see Pearl in an American winter.
Yeah. I remember one office I worked in was so cold. I had my the Mac Pro Tower, my desktop, like pointed so that it would blow the warm output air over my keyboard so my hands wouldn't freeze up. It was like Bob Cratchit with the candle.
That's bleak.
Yeah. And this wasn't like, oh, it's the middle of summer and the air conditioning's too high. It was like, it's winter and it's very cold in here, and it should not be. The pipes are in danger. This is not ideal.
The pipes are in danger. The pipes are in danger.
Yeah, I think I need to consolidate. So I have a bunch of boxes that are like half intentional stuff and then half like whatever random stuff was nearby and relatively light to just fill out the box. And I need to take all of the random stuff and consolidate that into new Doom boxes so I can eventually sort those. But in the short term, I can get to the important stuff underneath.
Yeah. Good luck with that, Joe. I feel like you're gonna need it.
Thanks. Oh, look, I found my little roller coaster I made on our craft stream a long time ago.
Oh, yeah, that's really cute.
It's the Thunderhead. It's a wooden coaster from Dollywood.
It's a wooden coaster made out of metal.
Made out of metal. Yeah, I know, right? It's the best. And I don't know why the thing you build it on is blue. It really feels like that should be like green, just as a treat. But whatever.
As brown. A treat.
Whatever, it's fine. That can go up here. Okay, I actually am finding a bunch of the crafting stream stuff. Here's my cutting board.
That's handy for when you craft stuff.
Yeah, it actually is.
I wasn't being facetious.
Oh, okay.
I was actually being...
It's really hard to tell. I've only known you for like 12 years, and I still...
I mean, I feel
still
like
constantly just assume you're facetious.
I know. That's why I like a lot of people just assume that, which is why I say it.
Yeah. Okay.
Hell would fare far better in American winter than we would in Australian summer. Absolutely.
I don't know about that.
Oh, you live in Tennessee. I was talking specifically about me.
I think I'd do okay. I mean, now I'm not gonna like walk across the outback at noon with no water or anything, but like I did go backpacking in New Mexico for 10 days twice, and it was over 100 degrees some of those days, and I was fine. You just hydrate and don't, travel in the heat of the day, and it's fine. You get up early and you leave camp, then you have like a long lunch, try and find somewhere in the shade during the hottest part of the day. It's fine. Okay. Found the next problem doll. And some random cables.
Have you got a cable box? That's what you need the label maker for, or a piece of tape.
Yeah. What I need is an app. Maybe not an app, like an actual an application. Why is my camera has a focus all of a sudden? It shouldn't be set to autofocus. Why did that happen? Hold on. Let me fix this. Oh,
well, you moved, so camera settings get.
Oh, I must have shut down the computer at some point because all of the camera settings reset every time the freaking computer restarts. Thanks, Windows. Like, even before all this AI nonsense, I was not keen on more Microsoft Windows just because of this nonsense. Hey, Rye, I'm doing well. Welcome, Databit MC. Glad you could join us. But yeah, I want something where I can just plug in an HDMI cable and it'll tell me like this is an HDMI 1.2, or this is this is a USB 3 cable, because like the cables aren't always labeled correctly or whatever. Like
not the label cables, the cable labels.
Yeah, I need cable labels, but I need something to tell me what they are. Because yeah, sometimes like I would plug in a hard drive and be like, oh, that was not the right speed of cable. This is a really slow transfer now.
That's why having the labels on my cable works really well, because I know exactly what it's for and what exactly where it needs to go.
Yeah. That's huge.
Like every single one of my cables is labeled.
Good plan.
Because otherwise, I mean, except for the ones that are attached to things like the camera.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, see, I find having those labeled when I'm under the desk is actually really helpful, though. I don't have them labeled, but like places I've worked in the past, sometimes I would have those labeled, and it was like always nice. Like, oh, I need to unplug something to plug something else in. Which thing am I not using right now? I can just tell.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like I've got like plugged into my USB box. I've got like my speakers, my keyboard, and my mouse, which are all labeled, so I know that if I have to unplug one of them, I know which one I'm unplugging. And I also like miracle things. I also got a cable tidy for the first time ever, and I got a wheelie thing from my computer.
What's a
so
cable
I can actually
tidy?
Basically it hooks onto the back of my desk, and it's got like a little basket where I can put all my cables and stuff, so they're not dragging on the floor, and it looks like I live in I live in your cable boxes.
Yeah, nice.
So yeah, cable tidy is good. I like the cable tidy.
So I have got this clothes hamper emptied. I should probably fix this at some point.
You should probably go put that where the clothes hampers live before you fill it up again.
Yeah, well, that's my plan, but I'm actually looking at the damage to it, because this thing has been... It's had better days.
Will it still do the job?
Yeah, but like the problem is...
For a bit.
It kind of slouches a little bit because the supporting rails are like popping out the bottom. So it's fine when you set it down.
So you need a piece of cloth to sew across it.
Yeah, I could basically get like a strap or a belt or something to reinforce it so it doesn't slouch so much. But yeah, basically anything that's like quote unquote done is just going out in the hallway for me to like. I'm not gonna go put this in the laundry now. I'll just put it in the hallway.
Valid.
Later on.
Since I built my desk, I actually have a bunch of hooks built into the back of my desk to go. I mean, that's what it is. It's like I've got it's got because it's a wire basket. It's got like hooks on the end, which I just loop cables over. So, and then I've got like the main power bank in the basket, and then the all the cables and stuff are either in the basket or looped over the edge of it. And I can't see anything apart from my monitor cable behind the computer, and it's nice.
One thing I've used before, and I have to go buy some, is binder clips. I feel like if you, depending on how thick your desk is, or like the stuff, like the supports or whatever.
I can tell you work in inches, don't you?
Yes.
It is.
For loose definitions of work. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/Joe Hills and YouTube Super Chat.
Okay, hang on. What are these broken down into? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You weren't working eighths? God. It's 1 and 2.5 eighths.
Your desk is 1 and 2. So basically 1 and a quarter. Or
ish. Yeah.
1 and 5/16. Okay. So yeah, my desk is
centimeters. 1.5, 1.2, 1.8.
Yeah. So luckily my little knife here has a ruler right on it. My desk is about 7/8 of an inch thick. This is not a very thick desk. It's
just under an inch.
Yeah, and so that's enough that like I can clip binder clips to it, and
yeah, I don't think I could probably get away with that.
Yeah, so what I do is I clip the binder clip to the desk, and you know how they've got the little so like a traditional binder clip has like the black metal part, and then it's got like the 2 sets of prongs, or like you know what the silvery parts. So what I do is I take out the silvery parts, put the cable next to it, then reattach the silvery parts to hold the cable in. And so then, yeah, it just routes the cable that way. And it's not likely to fall off on its own. Especially if you only put one of the silvery parts back in, because then you can't accidentally pinch it, right? It'll just
valid
hold it.
Icy Vol Pixie is resubscribed for 19 months. Thank you. I appreciate you guys.
Yay. We love appreciation.
Oh, hello, baby. How are you? I know. Do you want to come here and say hello to all the people? There's my girl.
There's a kitten. Or a cat.
Yeah, he's a GLaDOS. Definitely cat. She's now officially in old lady territory. They both are. Mwah.
You said she doesn't normally come over during the streams? Or
no. No, she wants food. I know what you want. You're a good girl.
Why is she so hungry today?
Is
she bouncing back from being sick or something?
She is always hungry. It's her superpower. They both are. And they're very food centric. She does indeed have thumbs. I don't. They both have thumbs. She has less toes than Atlas does. Atlas has like 7 on her back foot. But they both have like thumbs on their front paws. No, she's just like, normally I feed them before the stream, so she's less likely to come over for food.
I thought you said you fed them like 2 hours ago, though. Or
I did. Well, it's now 4 hours ago. Oh. So
yeah, that'll do it. How often do cats like this get fed?
I feed them 3 times a day, like 4 hours between each feeding ish. Is it true that ginger cats are the craziest? Tortoiseshell cats like her are the most neurotic, but ginger cats are stupid, like typically. But it's like any like generalization. There are exceptions. I'm going to move the knife, darling.
Well, because like it's some of its nature and some of its nurture, right?
I guess so. I haven't nurtured them, either of them, differently, but Atlas is stupid and GLaDOS is neurotic. So, what's she doing with all those fingers? Trying to take over the world? What do you think she's doing? She's a good baby.
Yay.
I mean, compared to her sister, she's the good one.
Yay.
And confirmed, ginger cat is definitely lacking brain smarts. You know what, Badger? Most of them do. But they're very friendly.
Well, that's helpful.
Thank goodness they're not opposable yet.
Wait, does it count as a thumb if it's not opposable? I guess we wouldn't make a big deal of opposable thumbs if all thumbs were opposable, huh? Yeah, no, okay, I take that back. Yeah, I get it. Okay. That's fair.
As far as I can tell, they're not opposable yet.
Yet. There's a lot of lifting in that
Ginger
sentence.
cats are a bit like Ren, very lovable doofs. Valid. Little furry baby. She can be. She can be. She's the timid one. She still runs away sometimes when I walk towards her. Because tortoiseshell cats are neurotic. At least this one is only allergic to everything and is neurotic and runs away. My other tortoiseshell cat pulled out all her fur. And had to wear a coat her entire life. If you're getting feedback, that is Kitty playing with the mic.
I was gonna say, I'm also under my desk, like, trying to install some of this foam in the bottom shelves of the bookshelf. Riveting television, I know.
Kitty ASMR, yeah. Yeah, polydactyl cats have existed for a long time. It is just it's just a genetic marker that sometimes is switched on for certain cats.
Okay, well, while I was down there, I was able to get my Biology of Plants textbook.
Ooh.
I really like the cover
Joe
on
is going to edumacate us.
Yeah. So. Okay, let's see. Botany and Introduction, Evolution of Plants. Dun 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 dun.
A new kit like that. She was on a special kitty medical anxiety. She's not, like, so long as there's no one else in the house, she's okay. You can see she's really affectionate and she's not afraid of me. She just doesn't like movements and stuff. So she's not anxious in the she's afraid of me. She gets used to things after a while, but it will take a long time. So she doesn't need a medical anxiety diet. She needs a different diet because she's allergic to everything.
Okay, so yeah, I was looking for it. I was like, I really remember there being a timeline. There, literally, the inside cover of the textbook is the geologic eras and which plants grew.
Oh, you're okay.
What?
I was just like, do they have the actual geologic eras or do they have like the overviews?
So Cenozoic era is broken down into the
Cenozoic.
Cenozoic era is broken down into the Quaternary period, with the recent
Quaternary.
It's, you know what?
I'm a geologist. I'm sorry.
You know what? We're gonna go back to the Precambrian because that's the one that's actually okay. Origin of life. Let's see.
So you don't have like the Ordovician, Silurian, that stuff in there.
Well, if I move forward, I skipped a bunch because I was trying to go back to the beginning instead of. I realized that we were too.
Precambrian is the beginning. Cainozoic is now.
Yeah, that's why I was saying I started too recently and then I jumped back and now I'm moving forward again. So Paleozoic is broken into the Permian, Carboniferous, Pennsylvania, Mississippian, Devonian, Silurian, Ordovician.
I'm sorry?
Am I pronouncing all of these wrong? Or you guys don't have...
Mississippian!
You guys don't have Mississippi rivers where you're from?
No, we do not have the Mississippian period.
Oh. Well, you're missing out, because it was warm with little seasonal variation in the tropics, lands low, swampy with formation of coal deposits, origin of reptiles, age of amphibians. But, yeah. So, chordates evolved in the Cambrian period. Initial invasion of land by plants in the Ordovician. First fossilized plants in the Silurian. The extinction of primitive vascular plants occurred in the Devonian, as well as the diversification of land plants. But yeah. Forests of gymnosperms and ferns occurred in the Triassic period.
I'm not correcting everything, guys. I just can't.
What did I say wrong? Ferns? How do you say it? Ferns?
It wasn't that thing that I was talking about. It wasn't the ferns that I'm worried about.
Okay. So, in the Cretaceous period, angiosperms and groups of insects appeared.
We had different eras here, obviously. No! They're time periods. You didn't have different eras. It's a period of time. You just decided we didn't like the British names, but we'll keep Devonian, for example, which is named after Devon.
But then we have two in a row. So the Devonian period has a 408, which indicates it's 408 million. It began 408 million years ago. The Mississippian period was the first part of the Carboniferous era, 362 million years ago, and then the Pennsylvanian period began...
So it's part of the Carboniferous, so it's a subcategory.
Yeah, a Pennsylvanian period of the sub-period of the Carboniferous began in 322 million years ago.
Okay.
How do you subcategorize the Carboniferous period?
The Carboniferous period is the Carboniferous period.
You don't break it down.
No.
Oh.
Because it's where all the carbon was deposited in the UK.
Oh.
That's why it's called the Carboniferous period. It's where all the coal comes from. Sorry.
It's fine.
It wasn't named after Lord Carbon. No.
Carbon. That sounds French too. They don't like those.
Everything sounds French when you say it in that accent. It doesn't mean it's actually French.
I know, but it's more fun. Okay. Cleo screaming externally.
If I was screaming externally, you'd hear it more.
Yay. Okay. I'm making forward progress in the room.
That's something
that is...
I wasn't expecting.
Yeah. Okay. I think I can get the other nice chair out.
If I recall, on the current geological timescale, Pennsylvania and Mississippi are sub-periods of the Carboniferous period. Yeah? We established that.
That's okay. Sometimes there's a delay, Cleo. Sometimes there's a delay. You know, like just because I'm writing tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat right now doesn't mean that it wasn't true 15 minutes ago as well.
So that Triceratops is adorable. Thank you. I am copying it from the interwebs.
Yay.
Cute baby dinosaur pictures is what I've looked at. So I'm now drawing a cute baby dinosaur.
Very cute.
Have I ever watched Dinosaur Train? No.
Dinosaur Train is a really interesting concept for a children's dinosaur show. In that the train is a time-traveling train. And so the dinosaurs use the train to visit each other in different eras. Like, they each live... So that way they can have all of the kids' favorite dinosaurs in the appropriate eras. But then they can hang out and pal around. I have moved it so your Triceratops is more visible in the chair.
Oh, okay.
Queen Dark Lady says Mississippian and Pennsylvanian were not periods, they were epochs. Ah. Sveta says, why am I not surprised Joe knows about this time-traveling train show? Because my kid was the right age for it? That's a good way to know about children's TV and movies. Like...
What, to have children?
Yeah. Yeah, it's not worth the effort probably for you, Cleo. I wouldn't recommend it.
I wouldn't recommend. Actually, like... I think I'd probably be a decent parent. I just don't want to be.
That's fair.
If I had to be, I would be. It's just not for me.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Those are also a problem. Wait, was the...
You are a parent, B-dubs and Scar are adults and don't count.
Maybe the laptop's in here. Or not laptop, maybe the webcam is in here. This box hasn't been opened.
I mean, I like kids. I used to be a teacher. Like...
I thought you were going to say, I used to be a child.
I also used to be a child, but I used to be a teacher. There's the biological part that's, yes, be a parent, replicate your genes, and the other part's like, no, don't do it. I don't need my genes replicated. They're not that great. And I think if you all looked at yourselves, you'd realize the same thing. They don't need replication. We are not in a breeding program, and you are not the pinnacle of existence. However, you should be allowed to have children if that's what you choose to. But, like, your genes aren't that great.
Dang it, no webcam.
Shifty Pumpkin says, I used to be a child. I still am a child, but I used to be one too. Like, yeah, like there are things that I do not want to pass on to any children. Like the dementia stuff, that's pretty much gonna happen. Like, I'm 90% sure, hopefully, they find a cure or a way to minimize before I get to that point. I came back to we aren't in a breeding program. Yeah, if you have children, that's valid, but you should not have them because you want to perpetuate your genes. You are not in a monarchy. Sorry, guys. You are not. You are not.
Don't you literally live in a monarchy?
I literally live in a monarchy. Yeah, technically, yeah. Vast majority of our genes are components of viruses. So yes, our genes are pretty much garbage. Pretty much. Emotional responsibility of children is brutal. Yes. From what I understand, yes. From what I have experienced, also yes.
Yeah. I mean, my sister went without caffeine for like 3 years, and watching my daughter during the Hermitcraft charity event was just like, I just cannot do this without coffee or something. And my kid is pretty well behaved, but like it's just a lot. It's just a lot all the time.
Yeah. Kids are a lot all the time. I know. I taught kids. Kids are tough. Kids are scary.
Yeah, we had Bluey's Cluey's when I was a kid. No, not when I was a kid. I guess when my siblings... I was maybe in middle school or high school. I was a little old for that.
I don't... I... Here's the thing. Blue's Clues was on when I was in school. In high school, I believe.
Yeah. I remember
but there wasn't
my
a lot
younger
of
siblings
TV
watching it, but yeah. I don't know all the lore or whatever.
I know the music, but I never partook.
Yeah, I remember like here's the mail, it never fails, it makes me wanna wag my tail, when it comes I wanna wail mail song. I know that one.
That seems like a lot.
It is.
Bluey's Clues. Is that a different thing to Blue's Clues?
I think it's the same thing.
Okay.
Dun, dun,
dun. UK are proper kids shows like Playbus and Rollin' Rat. Rollin' Rat I do remember. I also remember there was a cassette with Rollin' Rat Sings that my sister had, and I stole. So yeah, I had a tape of Rollin' Rat singing things like Summer Holiday, etc.
Mm-hmm. I think my favorite British television show is probably Look Around You. I don't know if that's considered a children's show or not.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
That's no.
Get out your copybooks now.
Speaking of nightmare fuel.
So I've gotten everything off the chair I need to get to. But I don't have clearance around the chair to exert. I don't know if I can, excuse me, stand anywhere and get footing to. Because, okay, let me get the camera. Okay, so we've got a bunch of wooden rails and stuff on the floor there. So the cream-backed chair, that's the one I'm trying to get out. I've gotten everything off of that chair. But I'm not sure that there's any place to stand to actually lift the chair and move it over to here, where I need it for my guests.
No, it looks like that big box in the middle of the floor needs to go.
Well, I mean, that's easy. That I can just toss here for the time being. And then... But yeah, it's... Let's see. If I lean back... Yeah, that works. Okay. Oh, there goes that body. Woo!
That didn't sound healthy.
It's good. We're making progress.
Yeah. I mean, is that what we're calling this? Progress?
Whatever. Like, at a certain point... Okay, but now that I've removed that chair, I also have a place to stand to get to the boxes in the back corner there.
Okay.
So that is actually progress.
I mean, that sounds like...
And I can put the boxes I pull out on the chair and go through them.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess.
Poppy the Poppy says that looks like a chair from a dentist's waiting room.
Let's see if I look.
It's a chair from a publishing company, actually. When one of the publishing companies I worked for shut down, they let me take some of the furniture. So, yay. So it actually is really nice, heavy office furniture. But yeah, specifically, I took the furniture from my own office. Like, this was the furniture in my office for years. So.
Hey, if it's going spare, it's going spare.
Mm-hmm.
You're right, Joe.
I'm just enjoying a quick rest. Feel like these streams have been a lot more physical the last few weeks.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. That's my bad.
Yeah, it's entirely your fault. No, I'm at the point where if I don't... Yeah. Speaking of tips being welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat, we're 3 weeks of me 4 weeks of me packing and unpacking studios at this point. If I can't find this other webcam, I need to buy a new one, which probably wouldn't hurt to have a spare anyway. Although, but like, yeah, I'd really prefer not to if I could find it, but I've been looking for it actively on and off for weeks now, and I have not found it, and I might just need to accept that, like, wherever it ended up is not somewhere that I'm likely to stumble across. And I do want to start working on the pinball playfield once we get room to work on that. Although, like, I don't have a place to set up, like, a sawhorse or whatever here yet.
Not yet, no.
So that's kind of... But, like, even just, like, being able to do a drawing stream, I don't have the desk space for it yet, because I've got, like, a printer over here that I need to put somewhere else. But I haven't figured that out yet either.
Hello, baby.
Oh, I should just put it over there. Yeah, I figured that out. Progress! Okay, so. Was that you, or is that the cat?
That was me. Also, there was a little baby cat meow, but you may not have picked that up.
Okay. Thank you very much to Samuel for tipping 40, who says for the webcam fund. Woo! That's gonna get us rotating now to 125 degrees. D. Appreciate it. Poppy the puppy says maybe enlist the help of your daughter. Sometimes all you need is a fresh set of eyes. Well, she'll be back in 6 to 7 weeks, so I'm on my own.
But hey, at least you don't need all that room in the living room or your bedroom now that she's not there.
Well, the thing is, though, her bedroom is also the guest bedroom, and we are going to be having guests throughout the summer. So
right.
I also actually, in a lot of ways, her room has to be nicer than the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's the one thing that stopped me from just dumping the entire garage just into her room right now. Is the fact that we're expecting to have some people passing through.
Yeah.
So
Aaron Katie has subscribed. Welcome to the Horde. If you look to your left and to your right, you'll see there are no exits. But there's a kitty. I will take people who have never heard a kitty meow.
It's me.
It's Joe. Joe has never heard a cat meow.
Okay. In terms of headphone cable length, am I good to go this? Let's maybe route that cable differently before I walk this direction. Yeah. Okay, that's not gonna pull the soda over. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I need to just start grabbing boxes off of here and going through things, I think. Okay.
Never knew Joe was a cat until today.
Yes, because that's what cats sound like. See, Cleo?
Mm-hmm. Yep. No, consider me put in my place.
Okay.
Joe's going to trip over his headphone cord. Is Joe got headphones on?
Yeah. How do you think I hear you?
Corded headphones?
Yeah. Because you told me that you don't like the wireless ones because you don't like the mic on them.
Oh, you mean the ones that cause massive feedback? No, I don't like those.
So I'm using the wired.
Yeah, no, don't bring that one back on me. That is not my fault that you've got rubbish headphones with a rubbish mic on them.
Yeah, fine. I won't.
Bring that one back on me. God.
Oh boy.
Well, Cleo doesn't like the ones that I have that are wild.
Meanwhile, Cleo, I do hate those. Okay.
See you later, Gemmeling. Hey, NJ.
Hey, NJ. This is labeled snow boots and camp towels, but we'll see.
Of course we'll see.
Also, apparently curtains. Okay. And snow boots and camp towels. Okay, relatively accurate box. Getting some good snow boots is really, really helpful. Yeah, I got those when I used to have to wait for the bus in the freezing cold, and like I could just feel the heat being drawn out of my body through my feet into the pavement. But yeah, especially if you're not wearing them like all the time. Like, cause I would wear them to and from work, but I would like keep like nice shoes at the office.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can get some snow boots that'll last you years. Spending a decent amount of money on them is not a bad idea.
Hello, Katie. Please stop doing that.
So this is one box we can break down.
You're going to have to move. Thank you, my baby. See if I can do this one. Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
But yeah, when you were like, "Thank you, my baby," I was like, "Thank you, my baby. Thank you, my honey. Thank you, my kitty cat."
Take a drink.
Okay. I think I've broken down at least 3 boxes during this. That's not bad.
No, in like 2 hours, that 3 boxes isn't terrible.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, no. When you say it like that, okay, I feel worse. Thanks. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I did spend the first 45 minutes just looking at whatever you were showing on the screen, so like it's which is my fault. I could have just pretended I was looking at it, but I was like, I want to see this mosaic.
To be fair, I only showed things for like a short amount of time. It wasn't really that much.
Yeah, but I was like, well, I was like waiting for it. I don't know. Probably should have started doing my own thing first. That's on me.
I find that most things are on you, Joe.
Yeah, ultimately, that's how it goes. Okay. What is this? Living room craft stuff? Oh, found the Scotch tape!
Yay! Label time. Label time.
Yeah.
Good label time.
Yeah, look at that. 6 rolls of Scotch tape. Not a sponsor. Don't even know where to... I've got to figure out where I'm going to put a lot of this stuff, too. Sorry, I got to blow my nose. It's kind of dusty.
Valid.
Okay. What else is in here? Art supplies to sort. Yep, that's not inaccurate. Okay.
These are indeed art supplies. They definitely need sorting.
Okay. I could, if I had the other webcam, I could just sit here and test markers. Like, is this marker dead? Is this marker dead? Is this marker dead? Because I have a box. I'm gonna say, like, by volume, this is probably 1/3 markers. This is a lot of markers. No, there's also some chalk in here. I'm sure the chalk is fine.
I'm sure it is as well.
Okay. So a lot of these are like my daughter's art supplies, so really I'd rather her go through these markers and sort which ones.
Well, you know who's not there?
But she's not there, and so I'm like, am I just gonna put this box in her closet and tell her to do it when she gets home?
Yep.
Yep.
Yep, yeah.
Yeah, I think I pulled out the only thing that was mine in here that I think was the, Yeah, I think this one's just gonna go in her closet for now.
Yay!
So that's one thing out of the garage. I got
Abdication of responsibility.
Delegation. Woo! Okay, I'm gonna take the headphones off so I can carry this around the corner.
People like, I'm off before my brain fully melts. Love the cute dinosaurs. Thanks. I'm really trying. Which is one of my other personality traits. I like stegosauruses. Triceratops and sized stegosauruses are my favorites. Indeed.
Okay, I might have slightly forgotten that I had moved a bunch of stuff that was in front of the circuit breaker around the corner, and then had to navigate a bunch of stuff I forgot about. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's fine. We're making progress.
Progress is what you are making, Joe. This is true.
Let's go. So I think I want to try and take down some of those 4 boxes in the upper left there.
Mm-hmm.
Which,
do you know approximately what's in them, or is it just a crapshoot at this point?
That's why I think I need to do it. Is because I'm assuming I wouldn't have put them up there if they weren't relatively like they're probably like winter clothes or something, but I haven't written stuff like that on them in a way that I can read it from here, and I have no recollection now. So even if I end up putting them back up there, I can at least label them better in the meantime. I need to go get the step stool, though.
Yes, you do.
So yes, because I was like, I think I might be able to nudge those off the top, but yeah. I will be back with a step stool. Sorry, I'm walking off camera
That's
a lot.
okay.
Be right back.
That's okay. We're all good chat with Joe walking off. It's because we understand that Joe doesn't really care about you, so it's always the last box you check that has what you need. Yeah, often it is. I'm not gonna lie about that. Do I read in my spare time? What spare time? I used to be a really big reader before the internet. And now I read online mostly. But also work. Also work. Like a lot of my time is like the back half of doing this job. Like I'm not saying that I'm not one of those people that says internet work is the hardest work you can do because I'm not an idiot. But there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that you don't necessarily see. So the answer is not anymore. I try and read every so often, but like I just don't find the time. I just don't find the time. Joe has returned with a ladder, which is always ominous. I think we can accept that it's ominous. Michael's has a big sale going on for journaling stuff, and I'm thinking I might go for it. Love the inspiration of dinosaurs. From what I understand, American craft stores are 90% big sales. Like they price their stuff way expensive and then they go big sales and people going, no, that's just what people pay normally for this stuff. Bit dangerous considering there's nobody there for supervision. Look, if anything really bad happens, we can get Joe saved. It's fine. I mean, he
Okay.
is muted regardless, so you know if
Well,
you
yeah, I'm
die.
back. I'm back. And sorry,
Hi.
yeah, well, I carried the thing past, and I was like, well, I don't want to put the headphones on while I'm climbing up there, so I might as well stay muted.
We were just thinking about what happens if you die.
Sounds like somebody else's problem and not mine.
I
Yeah.
mean, if there's an accident, I was just trying to think about,
Oh,
like, not with chat, but just on myself. If there's an accident, what do I do at that
yeah.
point?
I mean, so if I fell but couldn't move easily, there's a bunch of sticks and like long stuff over there. If I could tap the foot pedal with one of those from back there, it would unmute me on OBS. Um, and
And
Badger
then you would
knows
say,
my address and could get
and
one of
Badger knows your
those.
address. There we go. That's what we would do.
Yeah, uh, yeah. It's yeah. My phone is actually further away than the foot pedal because I didn't have it on me. Whoops. While I was up on the ladder, but you know I could have just fallen on it and broken it anyway. So that's not a guarantee. Okay. Let's see what's in here. This is random closet stuff. So this is like basically largely a Doom box, although I do have my Elvira's House of Horrors gift thing from NJ, which is what my Elvira's House of Horrors beanie came in. So thank you, NJ and Manatee Gag, for that. Although, NJ asked me for my new address the other day. And I was like, no, I don't want... The thing is, it's like, I know that if I give NJ my address, I will be sent things. And I have too many things right now. Even if they're things I would like, I'm like, this is overwhelming and I cannot deal with it.
This is a valid statement.
It's like I cannot deal with more things. Yeah. Ninja Boss says, Joe, have you been today? Also, what's wrong with your green screen? Oh, it's showing my friend Cleo's stream. Cleo is making dinosaurs. And I'm moving it. I have technically moved in to my new apartment, but I don't have stuff unpacked yet in a way that's helpful. So I'm trying to get to the point where things are unpacked in a way that's helpful.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. So basically, though, other than this Elvira thing, this is basically just a Doom box. So
define Doom box. Doom box with what in it?
Doom boxes didn't organize, only moved. It is just grabbing everything off a shelf that was already unorganized.
So what you need room boxes.
Yeah. So what I need is
So bedroom, kids' bedroom, living room, office, kitchen. You need 5 boxes, and with every Doom box, just throw things into the appropriate box and then sort those boxes.
Basically, yeah. And so what I'm trying to do right now is in the Doom boxes, I'm pulling out.
Badger, thank you. Badger, thank you for the biddies.
Yay.
For the 500 biddies. Forgot I had some free money. Thank you.
Oh yeah, from doing all of those polls about like, hey, how do you feel about Twitch selling medical data to AI companies? It's just like, what? No, why?
No, why would you do that?
Why would you? It's like, well, Amazon has a lot of medical data because of what you buy, and so wouldn't it be great if Twitch sold that to its advertisers, and then they used AI to target you on streams? You'd love that, right? That would really enhance your Twitch viewing experience, right? No.
It would enhance something. Oh, NJ initiates a hype train saying, oh, I have some too. Here you go. Thank you for the biddies, NJ.
Woo!
What's the organize the Doom boxes so you know what room to put in, and then they're no longer Doom boxes.
So what I'm trying to do at this phase is I'm trying to figure out which boxes are Doom boxes, so I can basically dump them all out at once. Because that's part of the problem too. Is like because the stuff in them doesn't correlate with the other stuff in the individual box.
Mm-hmm.
You know, dumping them all out, I might be like, okay, well, clearly I need to get a drawer to put all of this type of thing in. I need to, it'll help me figure out where the destinations are for things.
Thank you, Badger, for the 200 more bitties and just the cry of more. Unleash the bits of doom.
Unleash the bits.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Just as a reminder, tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat.
Look, if you want me to promote medicine, one, you're going to have to show me scientific studies to start with, and two, you're going to have to pay me a lot of money, and I mean a lot of money.
Yeah, I mean, there are certain things that, like, I've used in the past for, like, my specific stomach problem, where if that company approached me and said, hey, would you consider being a spokesperson or something, I could speak
Valid.
from experience, like, but, like,
oh, thanks, guys.
For anything else, no.
Pushed has cheered a Moonicorn of Doom bitties, and JT has gifted 5 subs to the community. Thank you. Oh, Joe, hype train.
Okay.
Second hype train.
Second hype train. Wait, that was terrible.
Thank you, Joe.
I feel like this is... I feel like the orientation of this whistle matters in a way that it didn't used to. Like, it has to be...
I can't, now you point it out. Okay.
Yeah, in the past, I feel like I could just rotate it any direction, but I think this one, for some stupid reason, has, like, a this end up, even though it's, like, it looks symmetrical. Like, it makes a different sound, I feel like.
Thank you, McLesley, for the 121 minis. Thank you. Moving internationally has made me get rid of most of my Doom boxes. It has to at that point. I found a Doom box. I got out my Doom box earlier. It's full of stuff that I don't want to throw away, but I'm not particularly interested in displaying.
Mm-hmm.
Where do I put that stuff? Is the question.
Could you give me an example of that, like an action figure or something?
Like, it's over here. Mm-hmm. Like photographs, photo albums, and stuff.
Oh, I mean, I would just stack those on a bookshelf. I mean, at that point, if it's an album.
I mean, they're like they're old school like photos. They're like photos in packets.
Oh, like the envelope.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, do you have a filing cabinet? You can get some hanging file folders and sort those by era or something. Yeah.
Yeah, but like I'm probably never going to go back to them very often, so it's just sort of like.
I mean,
they're memories, but they're memories that I'm not. Fussed
but
about.
that's why you put them in the filing cabinet, though, because then what you run into, though, is like if somebody, like for example, when my relatives like pass away. Somebody will say, hey, does anybody have any old family photos from reunions or Christmas or whatever with this family member?
But these aren't family photos. These are photos of university people that I don't really... I don't really know anymore.
Oh, well...
So it's kind of like... Then it's my history, but I'm not really bothered.
I think you should make those pack-ins for your merch. Be like, one college memory of Cleo drinking with a bunch of people with solo cups with each t-shirt you order.
Burn them. Why would I burn? Like, they're not people that I hate. They're just people that I drifted out of context. Yeah. Like, I keep it's not a huge amount of photos. It's just like they need to go in a box somewhere, I feel, and just be stored. Like, where do I put my just storage box? They're pleasant memories, don't get me... Yeah, they're pleasant memories. They're just not, like...
They're not go-tos.
No. Like if I don't speak to the people anymore, I'm not going to reminisce with them or anything. Solo cups is a very American... I wasn't going to mention that part, but yeah. Ender Fairy cheered biddies, thank you. Chibi Plays Games cheered biddies and says, be gay, avoid doom boxes. Yes. McLesley cheered biddies, thank you. Do I have a high shelf? Not really. I don't really have much shelving. Like, I'm like, at the moment, I don't have much storage space. Because I have, like, closets in my house that are currently taken up with boxes or tools. So So what I need is like I just got a piece of furniture, which is like a cabinet, which is where all my board games have gone, which should tell you about my feelings about these pictures, that my board games are way more important. But I need a closet, like a wardrobe. Yeah.
How often
One of
do
the
you actually get to
non-magical
play
ones.
your board games? Like, is it hard now that you moved to Scotland?
We talked about this last week about what I'm doing to play board games.
Oh, never mind. Okay. So
Yeah.
you bring your collection with you. Okay.
So I would bring my collection with me for that, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
We're not mentioning like Stalker Assist on stream. No. But yeah, no, I could do with like in this court, like, so like I've got shelves and that for display over there, and I've got all my board game storage and stuff over there, and all my like hermit cards and stuff are going over there. Over here, I've got another corner which has nothing in it except the cat tree. So that could be a closet space for just like the random stuff. But my brain is like, why are you keeping random stuff that you're never going to look at and don't really appreciate?
I mean, there is an element of, just because you don't want to look back at that time now doesn't mean
I won't in the future.
Yeah, because if somebody from back then did reach out to you for some reason and was like,
yeah,
hey, do you have any photos of so and so? Might be nice, to have them. I don't know.
I don't know. Sentiment is the human condition. Yeah, some of these things are sentimental. I've also got things like things that my mum gave me.
Yeah.
Which is great, but it's not my style.
Yeah, that's the other thing too, is I've got a bunch of awkward kind of stuff where it's like people buy me stuff like that they like
that they like.
Well, or it's stuff I technically like, but it's like I don't have places to put it on display.
I've got things that my mum bought me that I'm just going to pull out that are not really my aesthetic. So my mum bought me this little fairy thing, like this little pewter statuette, and maybe as a child I used to be like a girly girl, but I've not been one for like 30 years. And like, it's cute and all, it's just not me. And my mum is,
it's the sort of thing she likes.
She's also brought me this like Egyptian tic-tac-toe kind of thing, which is this board and pieces like this, which is based on my history with my mother.
Yeah.
Because we did Egyptian stuff because I was really good thing in, so and it's like, it's cute, it's not something I would display. I mean, that should probably go in the board games thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you've got board games like some people I know
holiday
have special like board game bags that they take with them to board game nights or whatever. Yeah, having that.
Yeah, sometimes sentimental items become a burden to me instead of what was intended. Yes, and I feel that way about some of this stuff, but also like I've kept this stuff with me going throughout like like it must be like 15-20 years.
Well, and this might sound kind of dumb. I don't know if you as a teacher had like were like, oh well, I'll take some of this stuff and I'll use it to decorate my office at work, like, or, your desk at the school, because you probably didn't personalize a lot of stuff there. But like back when I used to have my own offices, like I would just, all of that random stuff would probably usually end up in my office, like just and like the problem is now that I've got a studio space, I've got like it's not a good, Like, I need to lay things out for, like, acoustics, and not, like, for display. You know what I mean?
But, like, I have, like, display shelves. Like, these are the things that I display. This is me. Yeah? Now, compare it to, like, the Crystal Fairy kind of thing. You know? So, like, I have, like, all my Fallout gear and stuff. This is really dusty. I got that out today. But, like, all of this stuff is stuff that I do display and would display. And it's just sort of, like... It's sentimental, but, like, it's weird. It's just a different kind of sentiment. And it's like, this is my interests. That was my interests, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm struggling with what to do with that sort of stuff because, you know, also my old cat's ashes.
Yeah.
Like, what do I do with those? Because I don't want to display those.
Yeah. Well, now that you own your property, you could set up a proper burial ground.
That's true. That's true.
I was gonna say, I don't know if there's a special word for cat heads, but you could get headstones, cat headstones.
I think I would probably just put up a flower garden for them.
Well, that'd be cool.
So, like, just get like a plant box and put that in there, maybe. I have stuff from my dad. I love my dad a lot, and I keep the stuff, but not sure what to do other than keep it. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling right now.
Yeah, I'm. I keep thinking, like, once I get more shelves built and stuff, there'll be enough room for everything. But there's not going to be. Realistically,
you can't afford cremate. Ooh,
with it's just a smaller apartment, and like I said, I used to have like a separate office, but back like when I was renting a studio, I at that point I had two offices. I had my upstairs office at the place where I worked, and I had a bunch of decorations and stuff in there. And then I had my studio office downstairs because I was renting in the same building, so that way I could record and stream on my lunch breaks, right? But like, yeah, so I've got like all of this stuff that like a lot of it didn't actually end up getting unboxed in the last place.
Yeah,
because I was just like, there's nowhere to put it, and like part of me on some level, I'm like, you know, if the stream and if the show ever takes off, and I go back to renting another off-site space, I might want some of this stuff to display again there, but like it's not doing me any good right now, and it's taking up space.
It's just taking up space.
Yeah. Like, I don't know.
I like the pusher says, I don't know what to do with your cat's ashes. I have my horse's ashes.
Well, I mean, totally different thing.
that's huge.
Yeah.
Like literally huge.
Yeah. I guess to some degree I feel like I'm betting against myself ever expanding the business by getting rid of the stuff that I would want to put in a dedicated office, right?
Yeah. Well, I've got lots of room in this house now. It's just like, for example, that fairy specifically, definitely not me. You know?
Yeah.
And I don't want, and I would never display it, but I don't want to get rid of it.
Yeah.
So I need a closet, which is stuff I don't want on display, but don't want to get rid of.
Yeah.
Which I could probably do. But that feels like a waste of space. If it's not, it's like, if it's not bringing me joy, why am I keeping things?
Yeah. Well, do you think you'll go through a girly girl fairy phase like 20 years from now and be like, oh, I wish I had kept...
No, and definitely not that girly girl. I mean, that is...
And there's not, you don't have any like nieces, or there's nobody that you know who would be like, oh, this is really cool. Especially if it was like a family member who was like, well, you know, your grandmother bought this or whatever. Like,
no, there's just me, my sister, and my nephew and my dad left.
Gotcha.
So like, and this is just, it's not even pretty.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you like it.
No, I don't. If I liked it.
If you liked it, we wouldn't have this problem.
But she's also brought me like metal statues and stuff, and like there's a little alien thing which I think is really cute, which is a little alien on a bicycle, which is very much my style. 20 years from now, late age Cleo decides to go girly girl.
Yeah. I mean,
stranger things have happened.
I mean, it is one of those things where like a lot of stuff is like weirdly cyclical. Where all you know, your nephew's kid will love this.
My nephew is never having
years.
Kids.
Okay.
The line ends with us. Okay. Let's put it like that. Proper pink old ladies are my favourite. Like, valid. Just don't see that for me, though.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay.
It's been a while now, Joe.
Oh, yeah, you're right. We should probably do last call for tips and everything. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, I hope you're well. Have a question about your current... Just say the question. Don't ask if you can ask a question. Just ask a question.
Yep.
If it's a silly question, I'll say it's a silly question. If it's not a silly question, I'll try my best to answer it.
And if it's far too serious, we'll handle it very sillily anyway.
I had the exact same fairy statue of a family member he got me when I was like 8. I got rid of it a few years ago because it was broken.
Do you need one?
Do you want one?
Do you want to buy one?
I'm happy to give it away for free.
Well, I mean, if you're shipping it, you know. Yeah,
that's a hell of a mood. My family side of the family is a cul-de-sac. Family is tough, and talking publicly about family is tougher.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a yes. What brand is it, and you happy with it? Mine is an avocado and spice journal, and I am very happy with it. It's done me well. It doesn't bleed or do anything. It takes stickers really well. I love it.
Yay.
Well, I draw dinosaurs, valid.
Ismail Dani says, why don't you give it to Joe's daughter? Well, no, we have too much stuff. I don't know. Give it to Moon Roses.
Wow. I do have a friend that's got a daughter who might one day be... I don't think your daughter's fairy princess stuff.
No, not really. No, she's currently in the only buy me clothes if they're black phase.
Valid.
So, you know, and you know, she's also learning guitar, so that might be indefinite.
You know what? Valid. Like, I'm not gonna part. Like,
did I tell you about taking her to? Oh, this might have been last week. No, I don't think I told you this. So she started wanting to go to like local live music stuff, so she could watch guitarists like see how they do stuff with their hands when they're playing, right? Which is great. You know, the fact that she's like, okay, I can't do this myself yet, but I can kind of understand why they're doing the things they're doing, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, so we went to this one show because we knew a couple of the guys playing. They were like the middle act, and I was like, okay, well, that was cool. Do you want to stick around for the headliner? And she's like, oh, okay. You know, we don't really know this band, but whatever. And I don't have school tomorrow. Can we stay out? So yeah, it's this band called Skull Cult, and the front man was very animated, and he's like jumping around, whatever. And you know, at one point he jumps on this half wall behind the stage, and this is like an outdoor concert show thing, right? He jumps up on this half wall. He's like up there. He's dancing. He's screaming the song lyrics or whatever. And then he realizes he can scramble from that half wall to a nearby roof. And
oh dear.
So he does that, and I see the yeah, and my daughter's just like, oh, wait, you can just go on a roof? And I'm like, well, he worked really hard to get good. He worked really hard to be able to headline this show. If he was the opening band and he tried that, the owner of the venue would probably kick him out. But you know what? If you work real hard at your instrument,
one day
you can climb up on the roof too. And she's just like, yeah. So she's actually been trying to like, yeah. Her mom is probably gonna get her a guitar too, because anything like I started taking her to pinball. Her mom bought 2 pinball machines. So it's like,
are you joking? Oh, that's so lame. Sorry.
Yeah, so I'm just like, well, so yeah, her mom heard that she got a guitar and was gonna start lessons when she gets back in the fall, and it's like, well, she's like, I think my mom's gonna get me a guitar too, and I'm like, I would not be surprised.
That's
yeah.
I mean, it's not. Let's be charitable here. It's nice that she's taking an interest.
Well, the thing is, though, it's the sort of thing where, like, I feel like some parents would be really competitive about this sort of thing. I feel like it's actually me getting my dollar to go further. So when I sent my daughter to space camp, her mom's like, "Well, you know what? Maybe I should send you to robotics camp." And
valid.
And I'm just
Please do.
I'm like, okay, that's great. I don't have to pay for that, and she gets to go to robotics camp. Yeah, like
it's great being non-competitive with somebody who's really competitive.
Yeah, it's like so yeah.
It's very much a case of, I don't care what you do with your money, but if my daughter is going to be having a good time, great.
Yeah, so it's like anything nice I get for my daughter, she'll get a better second or third one of, and when she's at her mom's, and it's like, okay.
My daughter gets to play pinball whenever she wants now.
Yeah,
That's great.
So she can practice over the summer. Yeah, because they don't really have a tournament scene near where her mom lives.
Understandable.
Yeah, Ninja Boss asks if Cleo and I live in different areas. Yeah, Cleo lives in Scotland, and I live in Middle Tennessee.
A little place away.
Yeah, not super close. Do I play any video games? I want to. I want to so badly.
I mean,
look at all
debatable.
Look at all this mess. I'm like,
well done. You unlocked trauma, Joe.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, I've got to update I'm actually gonna do a fresh operating system on one of my servers today. That's one of the reasons I'm not in a rush to get off the call, because after this, I'm gonna shut down and back up one of my servers, and then I'm giving up on Fedora, and I'm switching over to Alma Linux for it, and
those are words.
Yeah, wish me luck.
Good luck. Those are definitely words.
Yeah. So,
if only it was competitiveness with quality time spent together.
Yeah.
Well.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, no comment. Okay. But yeah, we probably should wrap up the stream, because
we should.
Now that I'm actually thinking about how much work that's gonna be, I've got a lot of people who really want to play Minecraft 121 tomorrow, and
oh god.
Yeah. So, yeah, when are you updating your servers?
When all the mods and the packages come in.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I don't do that.
No, you're running pure vanilla. We're not running pure vanilla.
Well, I've started saying we'll be bleeding edge until the packages come in. Like, I'll add the performance mods like sodium and stuff once they update, but I won't hold the update for them.
Valid.
So it's kind of the best of both
worlds. We kind of have to, because otherwise things will break.
Yeah. I basically go out of my way. I basically won't install any mod that removing it would break the game. Because, like, or data pack or whatever. So that's the plan.
That's fine.
Pussbot says, yeah, about that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I have indeed read the tech chat where it was just sort of like, oh, I guess we're not going to 20.6. We're going to go to 20.1. I did read that.
Yeah, well, my plan is to go to 126 tonight, because it uses the same Java as 121, and that was part of the reason that I'm doing the operating system update. I was having trouble with the Java on that operating system, and I'm done. It came up like right before the move, and I was like, I will deal with this when I have some time after my daughter leaves. I was like, I'm just not gonna burn one of her last days in
You
town
don't need to
here
burn
on
yourself
server
out for this,
maintenance. Kindle says lithium is a huge quality of server improvement. Can't understate how good it is. Well, hopefully they update it soon. Oh, modern.com makes me verify I'm human through Cloudflare. Boo. Yeah. If I go in here to lithium, do they have a release candidate for 121?
I don't know, but we are going to have to stop now, yeah. Joe. So you don't have to update on stream.
I know. I actually did think about, like, I could do this server work just sitting here, and then I was like, no, I need to eat. I need to do a bunch of other stuff.
I also need to eat and also need to pay money to HMRC. Got my taxes through.
Shoot. That's quarterly taxes are due here in America on the 17th. Anybody who's running a small business, don't forget to send out your quarterly taxes.
Oh, mine are due on the 1st of July. Fortunately, they weren't as much as I had budgeted for.
Yeah.
So, result, I guess.
Yeah.
So, I've tidied mostly, except for the little bits of paper. So, like, that's what I've spent the last 10 minutes doing whilst we've been chatting. So, It is about time for us to go, Joe.
I think we should. It was really delightful hanging out with you, Cleo.
It was a good conversation day today. I appreciated that.
Yeah, I will have a second camera set up next week so that we can do this right. Okay, well, I say that. Do I? I was gonna say,
Joe, don't make promises. You can't. You're not sure you can keep.
I mean,
but
realistically,
equally,
yeah,
it's fine if you don't.
I know, but I also miss doing the creative stuff. Like, this is just me powering through more of what I've been doing all week. But like,
and you know what, Joe?
Yeah.
I have spent the last 2 weeks making sure that this room was up to snuff before I moved in.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still not up to snuff, but I'm in it.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just have to deal with what you've got.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm dealing with what I got at some point. Like, once again, though, it's because I have guests coming to be in the studio soon. That's the big must-do thing. But alrighty. Well, thank you so much, Cleo. I guess we'll break into our own chats and say goodbye to everybody.
Yes. Okay, I'll see you later, Joe. Bye-bye.
Alrighty, I hope that you all enjoyed the show. Okay, so anybody here from my Patreon Discord, just as a reminder, the server 1 is going down, like, in minutes. I'm gonna take the server down and run the backup, and then, while I eat lunch, copy the backup multiple places, and then I'm gonna be starting on that imminently. There is no set guaranteed time for when the server actions will be completed, because reconfiguring the firewall and all of this stuff, sometimes you run into weird edge cases. My goal is to have it back up tonight. Like, I want to basically do this in one sitting, but there's no guaranteed or target time. I have never used Alma Linux before, even though I've used extensively, Red Hat and CentOS extensively. Let's switch the Matrix back on, I guess, since Cleo's gone. Okay. So yeah, thank you everybody who showed up, kept us company, tipped, enjoyed the stream. My brain is melted already. Twitch.tv/directory/following. I don't want a raid browser, but apparently I get one. Thanks. Oh, this is terrible. It's recommending I raid random half-naked yoga people. Wow. That is not helpful. Thanks, Twitch. You're the worst. Instead, we're going to raid Saucefire, who is an incredible Dungeons & Dragons DM who does a bunch of charity work. Very cool. He is currently playing Cleo's favorite game, Fallout New Vegas. So when you get over there, our raid message is, howdy y'all... Oh, maybe I posted that link wrong. Howdy y'all, Joe Hill's raid here. Gonna do one final refresh on the PayPal, make sure we didn't miss any tips. I think we're all good. thank y'all so much. Until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring. Stop streaming. Stop in the stream.